Hello everybody, welcome back. So today is a really exciting day for me because not only do I have a design team package here from Craft Consortium, and not only does it contain a brand new collection, but this collection is going to be launching exclusively on Create and Craft. Now, this is the first time this has happened since I joined the design team, so this will be the first collection that I get to design TV samples for, and I am so excited. So when this launches, it will be exclusive to Create and Craft. You will definitely be able to see the full collection on the launch day. I'm just going to give you a bit of a teaser today, and I'm not sure when the video will go up. So if you want to see the full collection, definitely check out Create and Craft, and I will come back with more videos as and when I receive the extra bits. Now, before I get into the box, I would just like to ask that if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you do hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. And if you enjoyed today's video, please also remember to leave me a big thumbs up. So without further ado, let's jump into this box and let me show you the brand new collection that I'm going to be working with. As you can see, it's the brand new collection from Clare, Therese. Now, I absolutely love her designs. I went crazy designing with Ocean Tales, which came out earlier this year, but I also really love In the Forest, which she did last year. There's just so many, I couldn't name them all, but to say I'm a bit of a fan is an understatement. So I'm really excited to be able to use her collection as my first little dipping my toes into the TV world. So this is a premium collection, which means that it's been done in conjunction with a designer, so in this case Clare Teresa. You get a 12 by 12 pad and a 6 by 6 pad in the collection. Now, they have 40 double-sided sheets in them. The papers are generally 200 GSM, but there are some pearlescent papers in here as well, which go down to 150 GSM. The papers are all acid free, and some of them have the most beautiful effects on them. So let's have a little look at this pad. As you can see from the front, it is called Little Robin Redbreast. But don't be fooled, this is not a Christmas collection. This is not just for Christmas, this is not just for December. It is launching in December, but this is not aimed at just being for Christmas. Because as you can see, we have the robins. You have to have robins with the title Little Robin Redbreast, and aren't they gorgeous? Then we have the welly boots, which I was obsessing over in Gardener's Delight a couple of months back. Love her welly boots. But then we come down and we start going into the spring. We have butterflies starting to come through. We have the daffodils. Then down here we have a bird's nest with beautiful kind of duck-head blue eggs. Then down the bottom here we start getting the spring ephemera. So you've got packets of peas, you've got twine, you've got the gardening tools, you've got a spring hat. Then we come along and we've got strawberries, and we're kind of going into summer. We've got a hare here, and then lots of flora and fauna. So I think this is going to be perfect for that time between Christmas and spring, when you want to craft but you don't want to craft Christmas cards because you've just done that all through December, and it's too early to get the spring stuff out because, well, it's still freezing cold outside, and you're like, well, what do I make? This is gonna sort you out. So let's have a look at the collection. So one of the things I love the most about Craft Consortium is they do use as much of the paper pad as they can to reduce waste and to give you the most for your money. So on the back of the front cover, we have all of these beautiful cut aparts. So you've got all these packets of seeds. Look how large they are. They've got to be 2 or 3 inches high, maybe more. And they're a good couple of inches across. So really great for ephemera, really great for filling out your cards. You could easily make a centerpiece out of these. They're absolutely stunning. I'm really quite taken with all these packets of seeds. We do have the robin over here. We have some pumpkins. We have a really lovely little yellow watering can. Then we've got some veg. We've got a little trowel just down here. So it's a really nice way to get a little bit more for your money, get some ephemera you can cut into. Don't be worried about cutting into the front cover. That's what it's designed to do. It's there to give you more for your money. So let's have a look at the papers. This is the first sheet you come to in the pad, and it's a topper selection. I am so happy to see this. I love a good topper collection. So this is kind of like a walk through your garden through various times of year. We start up here where it's kind of spring-like. We've got the beautiful apple blossom and the eggs. Then you've got like the spring going into summer picnic. Then you've got the beautiful tulips here. You've got the greenhouse with all the veg growing. You've got a lovely beehive with kind of maybe a setting sun, maybe. I like the pink sky. Got the watering can with a little bit of harvest down here. Then we come down to the garden. It's a bit later in the year now, and we've got the garden shed. Then we come into autumn down here, and finally into winter. So you can see the emphasis is not really on the winter with this pad. It kind of walks through. And what I love about these images, it's almost like it's jumped from her sketchbook onto the page. It's absolutely delightful. I'm really quite taken with the images she has created, and they're just really talking to me. I absolutely love them. So when we turn that page over, we come to our first page with the beautiful effects on it. So if I tilt this around a little bit in the sun, hopefully you'll be able to see. But these are coated, so there's a bit of a sheen to them. They do feel slightly different to the touch. And here we have the robin, we've got strawberries, we've got flora and fauna on here. We've got the beautiful little daffodils up here. Now, these you could easily chop into rows and use like that, or you could maybe create a frame with them. I think that might be something I attempt to do. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I might give it a go. So many different things you could do with this. You could definitely use it as mats and layers if you want to, or you could even make a bit of a focal point out of one of these parts of the strips. Really, really pretty, and I do love the pages with the effects on them. So let's see what we have next. How beautiful is this page? Oh my goodness. So we have a really pale pink background with white dots, which could or could not be snow. It's entirely up to you how you take that. We've got the little bunnies down here. We've got various different birds dotted around the page. I'm not really great at birds. I can tell you a robin. I think that might be a blue tit maybe. Could that be a wren? Not sure. I try with birds. I know eagles, if I see an eagle, and I know buzzards. Little birds I'm not so great with, but they are really, really cute, and they are quite lifelike despite being, I don't want to say animated. They're not really animated, but it's almost as if, I don't know, watercolour without being watercolour. We've got these beautiful little red butterflies. We've got those seeds that I've been loving. We've got plant pots dotted around, and those gloves that we first saw in Gardener's Delight. Oh my word, I loved those gloves then, and I still love them now. We've got the twine, we've got the gardening tools. This is a really, really pretty page. So on the back of that page, just feast your eyes on this. Oh my goodness. So for someone who was really taken with the seed packets on that first page of the back cover that we saw, oh my goodness, look at all these. I'm so happy. I have so many ideas for what I want to do with these. So many different seeds here, so many different mixtures. So you've got forget-me-nots, you've got cosmos, you've got asters over here, then you've got like sunflowers, you have got pumpkins, you've got vegetables. There's just a real mixture in there, from flowers to veg, sweet corn, peas. A gardener's delight, I would say. Oh my goodness, you can just imagine the truck filled with these and the gardener going out and sowing and raking and all sorts. Oh, makes me so happy. Can you tell? Oh, I think these is going to probably feature quite heavily in my designs. So this is the next page. Now this kind of reminds me of a picnic, because that's kind of what the background says to me. It's almost like a picnic basket, but then you have got the hat and the watering can and the birds and the butterflies. So a really interesting mixture, but I really quite like it. The colours on this page are quite pastel, quite muted, but then you'll have a pop of colour like the blue in the wing just there or here. Little starlings up there. It's almost like you feel like you're sitting next to her as she's looking out her window, drawing inspiration for what she sees out her window as she's drawing. I absolutely love the feel of this. And then on the back, there we have it. There is that picnic basket. I can almost feel the texture, although it's not textured obviously, but you know how picnic blankets are kind of soft and woolly, and kind of that's just what this says to me. Let me know in the comments below, what does this page say to you? Does this say picnic blanket to you, or does this say something completely different? I'd absolutely love to know your thoughts. Moving on, and we come to this page now. I really like this. We have a very white background, which is great, and then we just have little clusters. So we have the cluster of the strawberries with the robins with a butterfly flying up. You have a smaller cluster here, which is just like a dandelion with a butterfly on it, and it just repeats through the page. I really quite like that. I think it would be really easy to use a die to cut one of these out and make it a focal point on something. But let me know what you think when you look at this pad. Now, how gorgeous is this? This just says to me spring meadow. You've got the really pale green, just as it's like the new grass coming through that you get in the spring, and then you've got all the, I want to say daisies, kind of dotted over it. And if you think to the spring and the flowers are just coming through, you always get that carpet of daisies, and you can go and sit and make daisy chains and just watch the clouds float by. And that's kind of what this says. This says to me, it's still chilly, you'll still be quite wrapped up maybe, but the summer is coming and you can breathe again and be assured that warmer weather is on its way at last. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just look at this. It's like being in a crazy mad greenhouse. That's what this reminds me of. You've got the gloves, you've got spades, you've got seed packets. It literally, I can almost smell the damp earth. The feelings and memories that this page evokes in me. From a young age, my dad was a gardener. He had an allotment. All the happy things that I remember from growing up, being able to visit the allotment, are on this page. And it's really quite interesting how images can evoke old memories, and you can always smell things from your past, and it can make you so incredibly happy. And that's what I love about paper crafting, and how you can then transmit that joy onto paper to someone else. So really quite excited to use this page. I'd be tempted to attempt to fussy cut some of these, but I do think they'd be quite fiddly because they are quite small. So we'll see if I change my mind or not. But I think some of them are probably, you'd be able to do it, I'll be honest. But yeah, I love this page. It just takes me back and it makes me really happy. Now this page, oh my goodness, this kind of reminds me of like a blueprint, and it's almost like the blueprint for your garden, but it kind of reminds me of Beatrix Potter, and I can almost see Peter Rabbit hopping through this garden. I mean, I know we have got the rabbit up here, but yeah, this is, I don't know why, but this is very Beatrix Potter to me. I love the shed, I love the greenhouse, I love the little cat walking across here. Yeah, this is a really pretty, really interesting page, and I love the feel. Almost like it's a negative, it's a blueprint. It's a really interesting look, and I really quite like it. And from that we move to this. Wow, look at the colour. Now this is one of our Pearlescent sheets. You can feel the difference if you're ever not sure whether they're Pearlescents or not. You can feel the difference in the quality. Still great quality, it just is slightly thinner, so you can compare the pages and that's how you know. But this also has a shine to it, which I don't know if it will cooperate and pick up on camera. But yeah, sort of. There you go. Really, really pretty. I love the really, really dark blue background, and then how the colours are just jumping off the page. Really, really beautiful. Gonna have some fun with this one, I think. Look at this. Is this not one of the most beautiful pages in the book? It's still pearlescent. I think you can see that. I love the subtle colours on this. It is really subtle. It's a really subtle blue, and it's a very off-white background, I would say. This does say winter to me. This makes me almost feel cold, but there's just something about this page. Look at the different robins. Each robin has so much detail on them. Oh, I love it. I just think it's so pretty. And then we come to this one. Oh my goodness, isn't that stunning? It's like the one we just looked at, but this time with the colour. And it's kind of a pale pink background, or that's how it's looking in this light today. But it's just stunning. I mean, look at that. That's really spring-like to me, I would say, because of the pale pastel blues. You've got some berries or something there. You've got the strawberries up here. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And then we turn it over and we have it in pink. Now this sheet, I should have said, is not a pearlescent one, whereas the other one was. But it is just as stunning. Look at this. How nice would this be for a winter baby girl card, for example, using this pale pink? It's just beautiful. Or you could maybe even do some spotlight colouring and do the red of the robin there. Something to think about. But yeah, really, really pretty. Kind of moving towards the end of the pad now, but we have got another page with that beautiful glossy effect on it. Look at this. If I can get it to shine. My goodness, look at all those vegetables. We've got pumpkins, we've got tomatoes, we've got apples, swedes. Oh my goodness, you name it. That kind of says to me, stew. Because of all the vegetables. That is just almost, you can almost picture them being picked and put in the truck and taken in and thrown in the pot. Even the broccoli, look, isn't that lovely? I love how they are almost to real life, but then just slightly not true to form. They are absolutely gorgeous though. I love it, and I love that they are coated as well. These I think you could fussy cut. I think they're just big enough that you could definitely fussy cut them and do something with them. And then on the back of that we have exactly the same again, but this time they're not coated and they are on a white background. So it's great, it gives you choice, because if you didn't like the coated version, you have got it slightly different over the page and on a different background. And I think with the different background, it also makes different things stand out. So for instance, now I'm seeing that there are garlic cloves on here, which I hadn't seen on the other sheet. And is that maybe a pear? Not sure. But yeah, I'm really quite taken with the vegetables in this pad. And now we come to our, I think, penultimate page, but look at this. This is quite autumnal to me. You've got the wheelbarrow full of leaves. You've got, it's almost like animal footprints in the background here. That's kind of what they remind me of, like deer prints or something like that. You've got the little funguses down here. We've got the tools standing up in the soil, and then you've got this absolutely gorgeous bike. Look at that. All packed up, ready to take off, maybe to the neighbours, to share out the produce. And how cute is this mouse? Now, you won't hear that out of my mouth very often. I really don't like mice, but come on. Look how cute it is. Don't want it in my house, but I don't mind looking at it on this paper. Isn't that adorable? So that's our first kind of really autumnal page. Then on the back we find the strips from the beginning. If you remember, they were like this, but they were coated on that first page. But now we've got this gorgeous blue. I am obsessing over this colour blue. I think it's absolutely stunning. And these actually feel slightly closer together than the ones at the front, but we still have the lines, we still have the characters. So we have the bird's nest up here, we have the robins, we have the hare, we have the welly boots with the snow on. I really like it. I think actually I prefer this one to the effects one, and that's unusual because normally I prefer the ones with the coating, but I'm loving this page, I do have to say. And now we're on to our very last page, really. So this is absolutely stunning, and it is a pearlescent one, and let's see if we can get the shine going. But isn't that gorgeous? There's something about that solitary bench with just the robins on. Kind of feel like I want to make an arch over the top. I love the welly boots. I love these flowers. I think they're absolutely stunning. You've got the trees there with the snow. You've got the robin having a look around. It's just stunning. There's just nothing to not like about this page. It's absolutely beautiful. And the fact that it's pearlescent, that just kind of is the icing on the cake, really. And then on the back of that, we just have a page of snow. That's what I'm going to call it. It's like a snowy scene. Again, it's still pearlescent, so there's a sheen to it. We had something similar to this in the forest, but this is a lot more subtle. It's really, really pretty. Definitely be great for a layer or a mat somewhere on your project. But yeah, it's super, super pretty. I really, really like that. And then before you get to the very back cover, you have more cut apart. So this is on the back of the back cover, basically. I love that little wheelbarrow full of leaves. It's just gorgeous. And look at the wheelbarrow full of squash and pumpkins. Nice big glove. You know I love my gloves. You know I love how she designs them and puts the patterns on. You've got a lot of birds on here that you can fussy cut. You have got the hares as well. You've got that bench that I was just going crazy over. And then loads of tools and flower pots and things. So lots to cut out and decorate your projects with. Then on the back of the pad, what a fantastic choice. You've got some extra topper sheets. There is one of each by looks, because you've got 2, 4, 6, well not one of each, but you've got a nice selection there. Then you have a write-up on Clare Therese herself, and you have all the socials so you can tag away when you are creating with these collections. There is also the Craft Consortium Network Facebook page that you can come over and join. I'll leave it linked in the description box of this video. The design team kind of run the page, but it's there for anybody to share their Craft Consortium makes. So anything you've made using Craft Consortium products, you are very welcome to share. It's a very friendly group, it's a very supportive group, and we have over 2,000 members now, so definitely come and check that out. So that is the 12 by 12. I have some like sample sheets of the 6 by 6. Now what is really nice is on the 6 by 6, normally you lose a few of the toppers, and they've actually kept them all on this one, so I think that's a really nice touch. They are quite a bit smaller than previous 6 by 6 topper sheets, but it has enabled you to have all of them, so bit of give and take. I think they're actually quite a nice size. I think they would work on projects as decoration. And I quite like having the option of having the 6, so I think that's quite nice. But yeah, you can get obviously the 6 by 6 pad as well. And we've also got our coordinating cardstock with this. So this is something that started this year and it's been really popular. We as a design team have been raving about the coordinating cardstock. We were super happy when they brought it out, and we know it's been popular on the network as well. So these will all coordinate beautifully. These are the colours that will be in this pad. Coordinates beautifully with this. So when you're crafting, you just need your paper pad and this, and takes all the guesswork out. Literally just work between the two. Absolutely love it. So these are the colours that will be in here. It is a 4. You do get 20 double-sided sheets. They are acid free and they are 200 GSM, so they're not quite strong enough to make card bases with, but they're perfect for mats and layers and that kind of thing. So we have those as well. Now we do have some ephemera and stuff to go with this collection. So the first thing I want to show you is the washi tape. There will be 2 washi tapes available. I just have one here, and I'm very happy to see which one they've sent me, because they have sent me the one with all the seed packets on. Just look at that. How amazing is that? And it takes a while for it to repeat as well. So I love that. I think that's going to be something that gets used a lot, because I am really taken with those seed packets, and I think they're going to feature heavily on my designs. So we have a washi tape there. Then we have this rub-on transfer sheet. So there would normally be 2 in the pack, and you get the lolly stick. Look how adorable they are. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely lovely. And the last thing I have to show you today is this. Look at this 3D embossing folder. Isn't that beautiful? It's got the robins on there, it's got the hollies and the berries, it's got fauna and flora, and this is a 5x7 embossing folder as well. So that is Little Robin Redbreast. As I said, this is just a whet your appetite kind of video. You can definitely check it out on Create and Craft, and as and when I get more of the product, I will come back and share that with you as well. There will definitely be videos coming up using the collections, because I do like to not just show you the collections but actually use them to share inspiration more than anything. Plus I tend to get really carried away and then get 100 ideas and just want to make. So I figure, let's make some on camera and bring you along with me while I'm doing it. But I really hope you've enjoyed the collection. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing it. Let me know if there's anything you're going to grab. Let me know if there's anything you would like to have a closer look at when I come back to show the extra bits and pieces. Don't forget to check out Create and Craft, because that's where you're going to be able to see all of our samples. Please do remember to hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because it really does help my channel grow and push the videos out to more people. And if you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite element of this collection is. Is there a particular sheet in the paper pad you like? Is it the rub-on transfers? Is it the most amazing washi tape in the world? Oh my goodness, I love it. Or is it the embossing folder? Or maybe you've watched Create and Craft and then come over and seen this video and you've seen something on Create and Craft that I haven't showed you today and you're thinking that's the best. Let me know in comments. I'd absolutely love to know. Thank you so much for watching today. It really means the world that people come over and watch my videos. I will be back soon with more videos. So until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.